Hello everybody, my name is Miss Lupo and we're going to be going through multiplying polynomials as your 7.2 note. The first thing that we're going to do is review the distributive property. Remember, the distributive property means to multiply. In example 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute the 3 to both the 2x and the negative 7. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times a negative 7 is negative 20, so minus 21. Example number 2, I'm going to distribute the 5 to the 3x. 5 times 3x is 15x. And then 5 times negative 4, again, I know it's a negative 4 because it's minus 4 right there, is negative 20, so minus 20. All right, let's also review our properties of our exponents. Okay, remember this is from last chapter. Right here I'm multiplying 3x times 5x. So what I do is I multiply the 3 and the 5 to get 15. I keep x, the base, the same, and I'm going to add the exponent. So this is x to the first, 1 plus 1 is 2. So 3x times 5x is 15x squared. Okay, let's do example 4. Same thing. I'm going to multiply the numbers, the coefficients. 2 times 6 is 12. I'm going to keep the base the same, which is x, and I'm going to add the exponents. 2 and 3 make 5. What we're going to do now is combine the distributive properties and our properties of our exponents. So for example, in this left box, if you notice, I'll be distributing the negative 3x. And I'll be distributing the negative 3x to all three terms in the parentheses. Okay? First, it's negative 3x times 9x squared. First, we're going to multiply the numbers. So negative 3 times 9, that's negative 27. We're going to keep the base the same, which is x, and then add the exponents. Don't forget, this is x to the first. 1 plus 2 is 3. So I multiply negative 3x times 9x squared is negative 27x cubed. All right, let's continue. Let's multiply negative 3x times 6x. First off, it's going to be a negative because negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. Keep the base the same. Again, I have x times x to the first. 1 plus 1 is 2 x squared. Finally, I'm going to go ahead and multiply negative 3x to negative 7. Be careful, negative times a negative is a positive 21x. Okay, so we're going to be working on problems like this today, as well as the right box. I like to call these problems double distributive properties. The first thing I'm going to do is distribute the x to everything in the second set of parentheses. So x times x, remember it's x to the first, x to the first. So keep the x the same, and I add the exponents. 1 plus 1 is 2. So x times x is x squared. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute the x to positive 8. X times 8, that's just 8x. Then what I have to do is I'm going to distribute this negative 4, everything to the second set of parentheses. So negative 4 times x, that's just negative 4x. And then negative 4 times 8, which is negative 32. If you notice, we can combine some like terms, which are my middle terms. So my final simplified answer is x squared plus 4x. 8 minus 4 is 4. Remember, when we are combining like terms, we do not change the exponent. So here we had to add the exponent because we are multiplying. When we're just adding and subtracting, so combining like terms, we do not add the exponent. We keep the exponent the same. Minus 32. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is do some practice now. What we're going to do is we're going to multiply some polynomials. We need to make sure that our final answer is in standard form. Remember, standard form is all the way from the first semester. We just have to have the biggest exponent first, all the way down to the smallest. We are constant if you have any. All right, so let's go ahead and practice number 1. So I have 2x times 4x squared. Number 2 times 4 makes 8. We keep the x the same. X to the first times x squared, so 1 plus 2 is 3. So 2x times 4x squared is 8x cubed. Right. 2x times negative 3x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. I keep the x the same, and I add the exponents also raised to the first. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Lastly, I have 2x times 5, which is positive 10. It's written in standard form because the first term is the cubic, then it's quadratic. So the exponent is a 3, then a 2, and then a negative. All right, please go ahead and pause the video and complete example number 2 for me. All right, hopefully you completed example number 2. The correct answer is 10x cubed plus 5x squared minus 20x. All right, so let's continue on to number 3. That's how the video is going to go. I'm going to do one, and you're going to pause the video, you're going to do the other, check your answer. If you're not getting the correct answer after you replay the video, please raise your hand and have your teacher come up with you. All right, so number 3, remember this is a double distributive problem. We're going to first distribute this up. What is x times x? So that's just x squared. Because again, both exponents are separate, but 1 plus 1 is 2. Next, I have x times negative 4, that's just negative 4x. Then I'm going to go ahead and distribute the 2. Positive 2 times x, that's positive 2x. And then positive 2 times negative 4, that's negative 8. You know this, I can combine some like terms. Again, remember, combining like terms, we're just adding or subtracting. So we do not add the exponents. We keep the exponents the same. We only add the exponents when we're multiplying or distributing. Multiplying is distributing. So I break down the x squared. Negative 4x plus 2x would be negative 2x plus 8. Again, please pause the video and complete question 4. When you're ready to see your answer, please press play. Alright, the final answer after multiplying is x squared minus 8x plus 15. I got that by saying x times x is x squared. X times negative 5, negative 5x. Then I'm going to distribute the negative 3. Negative 3 times x, negative 3x. Be careful, this is a negative 3 times negative 5, which is a positive 15. Combine my two middle terms. Alright, let's continue on to do number 5. Again, this is a double distributive property. What I'm going to do is first distribute the x. X times x, and so by now you realize that is x squared. X times negative 6, that would be negative 6x. The next part is I'm going to start distributing the 6. 6 times x is positive x. 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. Just like the last couple examples, we can combine like terms. Now, when we combine this, the biggest mistake is people think that we should negative 6x plus 6x is still an x. Absolutely incorrect. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. So they cancel each other out. You do not drop down an x. The only thing I drop down is x squared on this 6. Again, please pause the video and complete number 6. When you're ready to check your answers, please press play. All right, let's see if you have the right answer. The correct answer is x squared minus 9. So after you do the distributive property, the double distribute, you get x squared minus 3x plus 3x minus x. Again, negative 3x plus 3x is 0. So you do not drop down an x, you drop nothing down because it cancels each other out. So the only two terms you drop down are x squared minus 9. All right, let's continue on to 7. It's a little bit difficult because as you can see, instead of an x, I have a 2x. But as long as you remember your properties of your exponents, you'll be definitely fine. All right, so I have 2x times x. Now we add the exponents, so it's 2x squared. 2x times 6, that's a positive 12x. I'm going to continue and distribute that negative 1. Negative 1 times x is negative 1x. I'm just going to write negative x. You can write that negative 1 there, though. Negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. And just like the previous problems, I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. So if we drop down the 2x squared, 12x minus x is positive 11x. Drop down to negative 6. Please go ahead and pause the video and complete number 8. All right, hopefully you got the correct answer. The correct answer is 3x squared minus 7x minus 6. I got that by 3x times x, that's 3x squared. 3x times negative 3, that's negative 9x. Then go ahead and distribute the 2. 2 times x is positive 2x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Combine my like terms. Negative 9 plus negative 9x plus 2x is negative 7x. All right, please go ahead and flip to the back side. We are going to continue working on 2 more of these types of problems. All right, let's continue with number 9. So now the only difference is I have a 4x and a 2x. Again, as long as you remember the properties of your exponents, this problem is not difficult. We have 4x times 2x. Remember, I do 4 times 2, which makes 8. I keep the base the same and I add the exponents. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 4x times 2x is 8x squared. I'm going to continue distributing the 4x to the side. 4x times 5 is positive 25. Go ahead and distribute the negative 1. Negative 1 times 2x is negative 2. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Notice I still have like terms in my middle. So I'm going to drop down the 8x squared. 20x minus 2x is 18x. And drop down the negative 5. That is my answer. Again, please go ahead and pause the video and complete number 10. All right, the final simplified answer is 6x squared plus x minus 2. I got that by 3x times 2x, that's 6x squared. 3x times negative 1, that's just negative 3x. Then you're going to go ahead and distribute the 2. 2 times 2x, positive 4x, and then 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. When I go ahead and combine my middle terms, negative 3x plus 4x is positive 1x. But I don't need that 1 right there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go through a common mistake. Careful, can you see the difference between the two? Okay. We have completed problems on the left in the properties of the exponent. We will be completing problems on the right in Unit 7. They are simplified completely different. If you notice in the Unit 6 question, it's a monomial. Remember, a monomial is one term. Everything's being multiplied together. Okay? In the Unit 7 problem, there's a subtraction sign in there. So there's two terms inside the parentheses. Remember, terms are separated with pluses or minuses. So even though there's two variables here, it's still one term because everything's being multiplied together. If you recall, we distribute the exponent to all three variables, including the coefficient. Remember, we write 3 squared, and it would be a 2 times 2 is 4, because it's a power to a power, b squared. And finally, we know 3 squared is 9, 9, 8 to the 4th, b squared. So in this case, when it's a monomial for all of the exponents, you distribute the exponent. But in the Unit 7, you do not distribute the exponent. What we have to do is when we have x minus 4 squared, that means x minus 4 times x minus 4. So x minus 4 times x minus 4. Then you do what we just did on the previous slide, is double distribute. So distribute the x, distribute the negative 4. That is the biggest mistake, or the most common mistake on the first quiz, is distributing that negative. You cannot distribute that negative. Sorry, you can't distribute the square. Okay? You can only distribute when it's all being multiplied, not when there's a plus or a minus in the parentheses. Alright, so let's keep going. Let's go ahead and start with number 11. Again, since there's a plus in the middle of the parentheses, I cannot distribute that exponent. Remember, I have to rewrite the problem. X plus 2 squared is x plus 2 times x 2. Now we're going to use our knowledge from the front and distribute. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is positive 2x. Now we're going to go ahead and distribute the 2. 2 times x is positive 2x. 2 times 2 is positive 4. Again, I'm going to line my middle term, so be careful. These do not cancel because I have positive 2x plus another 2x. 2x plus 2x is equal to 4x. So you bring down the x squared and the positive 4. Please pause your video and complete number 12. Alright, hopefully you completed the number 12 and got it right. The correct answer is x squared minus 10x plus 25. So hopefully everyone started by rewriting x minus 5 times x minus 5. We're going to go ahead and distribute the x. X times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. Negative 5 times x again is negative 5x. And negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. Again, negative 5x and negative 5x do not cancel because negative 5 minus 5 is negative 10x. Alright, we're going to go through some challenge questions. If you notice, 13 is just a binomial times a trinomial. The only difference is we just have to distribute to all three terms in the parentheses instead of two of them like we did. Alright, so first we're going to distribute this x. X times x squared. Remember, we add the exponents. So I keep the same thing, add the exponents. 1 plus 2 is 3. X times negative 3x is negative 3 squared. And then I have to distribute that x to that positive 5. X times 5 is positive 5. Step, I'm going to go ahead and distribute it. Negative 2. Negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times negative 3x is positive 3x. Negative 2 times positive 5 is negative 10. Alright, if you can see I have some like terms, I have negative 3x squared and negative 2x squared. They are like terms, so I can combine them because they have the same variable and the same exponent. Both of them are squared. And then I can combine positive 5x and positive 3x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down that x cubed. Combine my yellow terms first. Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. Remember, you keep the exponent the same when you combine. You only add it when you multiply. 5x plus 3x, positive 8x, bring down the negative 10. Sorry guys, I realized I made a mistake here. Right here, I have negative 2, um, negative 2 times negative 3x. That should be a positive 6x. I forgot to multiply. Positive 6x. And then here, I'm going to add 5x and 6x, 11x. Sorry about that. I was writing too fast. Alright, please again pause the video to complete number 14. Alright, the final answer after multiplying is equal to negative 2x cubed minus 13x squared minus 19x minus 20. Again, if you are not getting these correct or you're messing up on your exponents, please raise your hand and have the teacher come check your work. Alright, last two problems. Go ahead and go through 15. So I have 3x times x squared would be 3x cubed. Again, it's cubed because I have 1 plus 2 is 3. I have 3x times 4x is positive 12x squared. And then I have 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. Then I'm going to go ahead and distribute the 2. 2 times x squared is positive 2x squared. 2 times 4x is positive 8x. Negative 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. I have some like terms still. I have 12x squared as a like term, 2x squared. And then I have negative 3x and positive 8x. I'm going to go ahead and drop down 3x cubed. Combine the yellows. 12x squared plus 2x squared is positive 14x squared. Negative 3x plus 8x is positive 5x. And bring down the negative 2. Alright, please go ahead and pause the video for the final time to complete number 16. Alright, the final simplified answer is equal to 6x cubed minus 7x squared plus 14x minus 6. Please go ahead and verify that you got that correct answer or find your mistake or have your teacher come help you figure out where your mistake was. If you got it correct, please flip the page and complete your homework assignment.